See, Mousse always squishes her, so she does better on the outside. Zero pressure. Can't use any pressure with this unless you're communicating. Slow down. Released tension because they got distracted by something and they were going to start walking over towards them. So instead of me tensing up on the leash, I released and was able to communicate, oh, keep going with me. It's definitely about learning to be loose with your leashes and just use them as a communication device. It's a good empty aisle. So this, great place for me to practice turns. So see how Olive was a little ahead there? It's nice to see Olive's leading again. So we're going to turn. Olive, good girl. Come on, good job. Now with two dogs, I recommend going slow on those turns only because Olive does much better on the outside. Or actually, I should say Mousse does a lot better on the inside. Olive can go wherever, but Mousse doesn't pay attention that she's there. He starts to squish her when she's here, and then she starts going behind me. So. Down just a little bit. And turn. So if I turn and we get all bumped up, that means they weren't focusing. They were going your pace, but they weren't paying attention. So there's a difference between the two. All sorts of noisy stuff going on up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over to the side. Pressure on. Good girl. Mousse. Get Mousse's attention. Pressure off. Olive. So just kind of calm down a minute. Good girl. Okay. Yeah. So right there, that's when it's super important to reiterate to them, no, don't start speeding up. Stay at this pace, right? So how Olive, all of a sudden, she just decides to do her own thing. You can't let her lead like this. Watch, if I just let her do her own thing, watch. Okay, this is a mess, right? That doesn't look like the nice heel that we just had, right? So if you do nothing, this is what it's going to look like. They're going to be all over the place, I promise you that. But, I guess. So I'm going to start moving. I'm going to get Olive on the outside, Mousse on the inside. And then, as soon as they get there, I'm communicating, slow down. That's why it's so important, right? They have to understand that this is where your box is. And if they don't, they're going to do whatever they want. They can't follow directions if no directions are given. Right, so communicate. Right? They weren't paying attention that I turned, so I communicated the attention. Excuse me. Turn again, right? So I didn't tense up. Come on. I didn't tense up. I actually released. See how I was ahead? Now Mousse is trying to get ahead. Heel. That's good job. So they went a little far and I popped. And kept going. Don't let Olive try and get that off of her nose. I know you would prefer it not, but she does lead. So I'm going to show you real quick. If we take hers off. Okay, watch the difference. Immediately, she's like, see you later. Right? So let's work on getting her into a nice heel by using pops. Okay, so see how quick she wants to go to leading without the transitional on? So again, you have to learn how to use your leashes separately. So I kind of use like right here on like the bottom part of my pinky to use olives, and then I use these fingers to control Mousse. So olives, Mousse, olive. And if it's too long, it's not going to work. So you have to learn where to hold them properly. But once you figure all that out on your handling skills, I mean, you can see this is what it's going to look like. I'm just seeing people all over the place. It's busy. Hey guys. Alright, so she can do it without the transitional on, but you can see she's way less focused on me and way more kind of just do her own thing. See, she's not focusing on me anymore. She's just kind of like walking my pace. And then watch the difference when I put her transitional back on. Okay. See how she slows down so much quicker with less pressure because she's feeling it in those pressure points as well. So she's picking up on it a lot faster. Yo. And again, see, this is what Mousse does. Mousse, pay attention, buddy. Mousse. Right, so like I said, you're fine starting out with just one dog at a time. Learn how to do this with just one dog. It's not something I expect anybody to just pick up on immediately and be like, I got this. So to be able to do it with 2 dogs is even more tricky. So don't force yourself to feel like you have to take both of them out to the store, the weekend they get home. Yeah. So you can just focus on one dog. You don't have to focus on both of them. Yep. So see how Mousse was ahead. So that's another reason I don't like Mousse on the inside. I don't like Olive on the inside. I like Mousse on the inside because he's learned to heel very well being right next to my leg, and I think he just kind of like forgets that Olive is there. But that just proves that he's not paying attention. So watch. They weren't paying attention, right? Come on, guys. And now Olive always goes onto the inside, right? So, again, working with 2 dogs is tricky. You gotta learn how to work with 1 dog before you can work with 2. Because they're both different. So I'm trying to get them to focus on me more. If we just go in straight lines, they're not going to focus on me. They're going to focus on everything else. Mousse, Olive. Turns. See already? Right there. They were like, whoop, going to fly right past me. That's not the point of a heel. A heel isn't just to walk at a slow pace. It's to focus on the handler and follow the handler. No matter where we go. Come on. So the more turns I do, the more it's forcing them to have to focus. Yeah? Good. And the reason Olive just tried to rub up on my leg was because she's applying the tension to herself every time we turn and she's not paying attention, right? Come on. So she's applying tension to herself and she's in turn almost annoying herself. I gotta adjust hers a little bit. Heel. Right, so before they got to where tension turned on, I let them know, hey, focus, guys, you're not paying attention. Heel. Good job. So as soon as they pass my leg, they're not going to be able to see that I turned. See, that time now they're focusing. And they stopped and they turned with me. So this is the goal of going out into public with your dog. It's not to just take them out with you. It's to get your dog to focus on you in high distraction settings with new scents and new sounds and all sorts of new people, right? There's a lot going on here. So I gotta fix hers real quick. So this is easier with 2 hands. Sorry, just 1 hand. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So again, just want them like right behind you, not right in front of you. Makes a big difference, see? You didn't see that I was turning and they're going to get smacked into. So if they didn't see I was turning, they weren't healing. They're just walking slow, which is great, but not the point. They should be doing this in free mode. Like if I say, okay, and now they're in free, they don't have to be in a heel, but it's still loose, right? And then if I were to say, Mousse, Olive, come, heel, they should get back into this position, and it's up to you. The quicker the better that you let them know, oop, you've passed my line. See how fast she bopped back to where she knows every time I get here, pressure. And see how little pressure? Very little. That's all it needs. Just enough to let her know, don't pass there. So I'm going to turn left now. So that was much cleaner. But I'm going to turn left again. Now watch. See? Not so clean. So I can tell exactly when I lose a dog's attention. And it takes some practice to do that. That's why I don't recommend doing it out in public first. And I recommend you learn how to do this in your own setting where you can practice just going around your complex where there'll be enough distractions there. But this is great. This is what you can definitely work up to. They're actually very good. I'm just really, getting them to really focus in, which is great. Good job, guys. So yeah, they're doing great. I'm really proud of them. I should be coming home in just a few days. Bye, Mama. We miss you.